What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius update, and boy oh boy did E3 bring the news! So I'm here to cover it for everybody who maybe has questions about it. I'm gonna try to go over everything I can, along with just telling you guys, how I feel about it, and catching people up who maybe missed out on it. So for the first portion of the stream, a lot of people were a little upset because they covered again the Dragon Quest collab and the Just Cause 3 collab, talking about, the games they're collabing with, like Just Cause 4, and also collabing with, Dragon Quest 11 that is coming out. And they did a lot of, showmanship, like, play Dragon Quest 11, play Just Cause 4. And that's okay. That's pretty much the industry standard when you're collabing. Again, both sides need to get something, so that's very important. But we're going to skip past all that because we already knew about that and go straight into the first thing they announced they're going to be doing, which is the second anniversary. They call it Item World, coming out in mid-July. A lot of this stuff's coming out in July, guys. Strengthen your weapons. So that's right, you do see TMRs on there. It is going to be a whole different type of gameplay option for you guys, which is pretty exciting. Pretty much an event opens up where you can go in and you can take your weapons. It goes all the way up to 10 floors. I'm going to go over this briefly. I'll go over it more when it comes out. You'll have 10 floors you can go through, and every floor you defeat, you're offered some passives that you can apply to the weapon. Now, the weapon is predetermined for the week. So, for example, it'd be rods 1 week, swords, great swords, katanas, or not 1 week. Each time the event is opened up, my apologies. And then you can take your weapons or whatever, go in there and try to get more stats on them. So, for example, if rods were open, we can take the Omni Rod as shown here in the image, and we start on floor 1. And essentially, you battle floor 1. At the end of floor 1, you get to pick from some passives that you can add to, your current passive set. Each weapon can have up to 3 passives on them, so you keep going. Stage 2, auto make sure you get one of those passives you want. Stage 3, put a passive on there. So now you have your 3. Stage 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 10, you can choose to swap out some of these passives. And at the very end, your Omni Rod is getting these passives put on, making it stronger than it was before. You can run this thing as many times as you want. You are restricted by an orb system, so similar to the arena system. Every hour it's going to refill one back up. Or the raid system, but you can also refill with lapis, and that's going to be very important. Another thing to note is you cannot, let's say we have our Omni Rod, it has 3 passives on it, and we go all the way up and we have 3 more passives. You have to replace all 3 passives with the 3 new passives. Again, we'll get into that later, but it's going to allow us to have our items get even higher with some RNG in on it, and make it a lot more fun. It's going to be kind of think of it like Diablo 2 rolling. Diablo 3, we're hunting for items, getting stats on our items. Very excited about that. Another thing I want to bring up is they did announce we're going to be getting all of the special units from FanFestas everywhere. So remember how they said everybody would be getting them? Now they're actually going to give them to us during the second anniversary. So you're going to be able to get your hands on the units that were at the FanFestas. Guys, these units look cool. But other than that, they're pretty much there for collecting purposes. So everyone should be pretty excited to be able to get these and put them in their collection. The next thing they brought up were the rewards we are going to be getting. Some of the rewards we're going to be getting for the second anniversary, the login rewards. So for June daily rewards, we already see it. We get a 10+1 ticket, and we get that, 30% 5-star ticket. And you guys can see that as your login rewards now. If you look at number 2 here on the list, July daily rewards, you get another 5-star ticket that has 30% chance to be 5-star, and then you get a 10+1 ticket. But there's a catch. In July, you're going to be able to get that 10+1 ticket is guaranteed to have a 5-star on it. So when you summon with it, there's a rainbow, guaranteed. There's a rainbow on that 10+1, and you get that during the July daily rewards. I'm going to assume at the end of July, but I can't be for sure. So on top of that, there is second anniversary countdown rewards, and we're going to get a 5-star EX ticket, so that makes 2 guaranteed 5-stars you guys are going to be able to get. And then second anniversary special rewards, at some point they're going to give these out. And again, you can look at the top right, you can see when this stuff is going to be released, June or July for that. And then we were talking about Item World, it said mid-July. So a lot of this stuff is happening around June, July, mid-July. We're going to get a 10+1 ticket that gives us all 4 stars or up. So you're getting all yellows on that, and maybe some rainbows I'm hoping for you guys. So overall, those are a crap ton of good rewards. And it didn't stop there. The next slide they showed was this slide right here. And a lot of people thought it was going to be unit of choice, and it shows that it's going to be at the end of July, as you can see in the top right. Unit of choice tickets, but it's not that. Essentially what this means is for every 5,000 lapis you've spent in the game, since the beginning of the game, from what we understand, until a certain point, there is a certain maintenance point where, you have to tally them up. You will get, for every 5,000 lapis you spent, and that includes free lapis, so as long as you summon with free lapis, you will get 1 ticket, 1 normal rare ticket. For every 50,000 you've spent, you will get 1 4-star ticket, and that adds up all the way up. So us whales, and then hopefully you're free to play, you guys are going to get a crap ton of tickets. And from what I understand, there's going to be a special ticket summon where you can do 10 or more tickets at a time to be able to make it through them all. But that is a huge amount of tickets people are going to be getting. Think about Dyer, dear God, that guy. to the heavens. He's going to burn his finger trying to summon all those tickets. So that's so understanding how that's going to work. At first, we thought it was unit of choice and how much it's going to cost. But now we've learned it is a 4-star ticket, and also the 5,000 lapis also counts in the 50,000 lapis. So you get that many tickets too, right? So you get 10 of the normal tickets, the 3-star tickets. Then you also get 1 4-star ticket, and it's keep adding up. However much lapis you spend in the entire game, up to that certain point when they cut it off, that's what you're going to be able to get. After that, they showed us even more player support campaigns they're showing in this clip right here. Second anniversary giveaways, which I think we talked about that with the guaranteed 4-star, 10+1 or whatever, all 4 stars, and then the EX ticket rainbow. We get free daily summons, and this is going to happen at the end of June. So we get free daily summons for an entire month. A 50% trust Moogle. So, you know, similar to how we got the 100% Trust Moogle in the storyline when we completed Season 1, or if you haven't gotten there, you're going to get 100% Trust Moogle. If you catch up to the story at the point when they release this, so just caught up in Season 2, wherever the last one is, you're going to be able to get a 50% Trust Moogle, which is massive. There's going to be a friend point campaign, there's going to be a half energy campaign, so you can catch up in the story and get that 50% Trust Moogle. Amazing enhancements, meaning it's easier to enhance your units and level them up. The enhanced maze, there's a new stage apparently, they didn't really talk on it much, but we're going to be getting all of that too. And then they mentioned that we have a players vote campaign. And this is very important because I want to talk to you guys about it and make sure you understand. You are going to be able to pick one of these campaigns to be running during August. You can see selections for August. And you can see each of these selections has a certain time frame. We can see selection 1 is 1 month. So it's going to run the whole month. The Enchanted Maze Trust Moogle version. So you're going to be able to get there and get TMR Moogles. They just showed it. They didn't really talk about what's going to happen with it. The second one, which I think is the one we should vote for, is daily free summons. Rainbow Crystal rate increased to 5%. So if we remember back on the player support campaign, the slide I just showed you, there are free daily summons for a month, it looks like there. And then if we vote for this, that's even more free. That's more summons every single day, plus 5% up. I think it's a total of 7,500 lapis total if we vote for this one. It lasts a month. The next one, 1 week. Chance of getting 5 times more experience when fusing with your Cactuars. And I think this is important because I think 7 stars will be out by then. So that's going to help you. It's a lot of experience for 7 stars. So that's going to help you out with that. Plus Cactuar Dunes unlocked so you can farm the Cactuar Dunes. That's only a week though. So that's only a week. I don't think that's the one to go with. And then the next one is 1 month. Option 4, 1,000 lapis added to a weekly reward of expedition. So if you finish your expeditions, I'm assuming for the week, you're going to get 1,000 lapis. That equals to 4,000 lapis. You can spend on whatever you want. But again, guys, I do believe the daily free summon for the 1 month. Option 2 is the one to vote for. Now, I'm not sure how you guys all feel, but that's how I feel. That's how most of the people in my chat felt when we were watching this. And again, that's going to happen August and September. Voting for the August campaign will start late June, and it's going to be in-game. So that's something I want to point out. They said in-game you're going to be able to vote somehow. So be on the lookout for that in-game. Then they went on talking about different questions they were asking the producers, such as, you know, what's your favorite unit? Hirono-san said CG Fina, and then Hiroki-san said that his favorite unit was Dragon Lord. And then they also pointed out that during that, remember that Dragon Quest collab? We're going to have a chance at the Dragon Quest units we just tried to pull for recently. I didn't get Dragon Lord, so we're going to have another chance during that collab too, which was pretty neat. And so, yeah, that was pretty awesome. Then they started announcing some of the bigger stuff. So we went through the Q&A, nothing too major there, just more of the normal questions that we normally get, you know, not really the any big answers. So then they started talking about version 3.0 updates. And the first thing they show is you can fuse experience units and pots now. The stat pots, they call them pods, I guess. The stat pots together. So all of you people out there who have tons of Cactuars and tons of stat pots you've been saving up, you can now fuse them together, make it stronger, and of, you know, spaces up in your inventories. So your unit inventories are going to go down tremendously, so you don't have to keep opening it or worrying about selling certain units. You guys are going to be able to open that immediately. And then they showed this. Max 99 units selectable for fusion. That's right. You guys are going to be able to select 99 units. So when you're trying to level up a unit, 99 Cactuars can go in there. If you're trying to boost up a TMR or something like that, and you have a bunch of units, you don't have to do just 5 now, and then Claic, and then 5 now. You can do up to 99. So you're going to get the job done really quick. It's going to help for inventory management, and that was amazing. Again, this is all during the 3.0 update system. They did also mention that everybody, when this happened, is getting 50, I do believe. Now, it could be translation or something like that, but 50 slots to all of their, or they might have said materia. Or materials. I can't remember which one. It might be to everything. It doesn't say it here. They kind of slipped up. They didn't slip up. They said it like in passing. But we're going to get 50 slots to our one of ours or all of them to our slots. So that's going to be pretty good too. The next update they did is the reload button. And this is very, very, very important. A lot of people don't understand what the reload button is. It is replacing the reset button on the game because most people aren't using the reset button nowadays. So normally when you hit repeat, what happens? Your units automatically trigger their attacks. They go in and they start doing what they were going to do. So for example, let's say I have Orlando, a double Orlando, and then I have a healer, and I cast dual cast white magic, double Kiraja. And I cast Divine Ruination with Orlando. When I hit repeat, Divine Ruination goes off and Kiraja goes off, right? With reload, it allows us to hit reload, and all of those abilities are selected for us, but the game doesn't auto-initiate them. We, as the player, get the choice to do the timings. This allows for a much faster farming, to get the chaining going together, right? Because it used to be like, okay, I have to manually chain this, select Divine Ruination, tap them down. You don't have to do that anymore. Same for like Black Magic Cast, Double Thundaja or something. It always sucked selecting those. You don't got to do that anymore. You hit repeat, and then you click, and then you can finish or whatever you want to do. You're going to allow to do that. It's a huge change. It's going to help you guys a lot with speeding through the game. Very, very good quality of life change there. The next thing announced was 7-Star Awakenings. Everybody's been waiting on this, so I'm going to explain what 7-Star Awakenings are. They did say available soon. However, I'm going to explain after this what 7-Star Awakenings are for people who don't know and how it actually works. However, they did say we would get a date during the July official FFBE update video, which leads me to believe they're coming out in July. And the reason I say this is that I don't think they've ever released a video and been like, yeah, we're going to release this 2 months later. Because it is the July FFBE update video. Does that make sense? So I think they kind of leaked it there. I could be wrong, but using logic, I think that's the way it's going to be, okay? So I think it's going to be, I don't know why they have available, I guess they're kind of giving themselves some leeway, or they want the FFBE July video to be hype, but they're showing that. So what are 7 stars? Essentially, you're going to be able to take a 6-star and up it to 7-star. So, you know, it just makes it stronger. On top of that, each unit, when they become 7-star, get new abilities to play around with. They kind of almost become like a brand new unit to play with, which is pretty cool. Now, how do you get a 7-star? 7 stars are reserved for 5-star base units only. So you're going to have to take a 5-star base and another 5-star base to make a 7-star. So you're going to take, let's say, we'll take a lightning here, for example. Let's say you have a lightning 6-star max level. So that's going to be our base level. That's the one that's going to be going to 7-star. So we have a, level 100 lightning ready to go, 6-star all the way out. Then you need another dupe of that unit. So this goes for any unit. You could replace it with Tidus, Sephiroth, anybody. So we have that unit level 100 maxed out. We're going to take another unit. So it has to be the same. So another Tidus, another Lightning, another Sephiroth. So that unit can just be 5-star base, no levels. That unit doesn't matter. This unit over here, this big one does matter. The one we're going to transform, this one doesn't matter. So we're going to take that one and we melt it down into what you guys see there, that little crystal. It's like an awakening material. When you do this, that unit is lost forever. It becomes that little crystal. And on top of that, it spits out a TMR, let's call it box, that you get. So we will take Lightning, for example. It's going to spit out the scarf. And that unit you fuse down, whatever TMR amount it was, that's what that scarf will be. That's what that box will be. That's the amount it will be at. If you have it on 100%, it will not spit out a box because you already have the TMR. Once it spits it out, you can only put TMR Moogles into it to get that TMR, and you cannot take it into battle to, like, TMR macro farm with it, okay? So that box is reserved to make sure you can get the TMR later on, so you don't just waste that. So then you take that Awakening material and that max level 6-star Lightning, and you shove it into her, and out pops level 101 Lightning 7-star with brand new abilities and everything else. They can be max leveled at 120. So they go from level 100 to 120, but the experience needed there is grand. It's insane. The amount of experience and gil you're going to need for this, it's going to be big, guys. It's going to be a lot. I'm going to go over 7 stars more in detail, obviously, when they come out, but these are just some things for you guys to be aware of when you're thinking about it, okay? Which is Super TMR, and I'm basing this off the JP and how JP works. They didn't release any of this information during this video. The STMR works just like normal TMRs. It can be equipped on any unit that you would like to put it on. However, to get that STMR, you must fuse other 5-star bases of the same, so Lightning into Lightning into Lightning, okay? To be able to get that STMR. STMRs are very powerful. The Cloud's STMR is insane. There are a lot of great STMRs. So more dupes on dupes on dupes. And then when you the first 5-star base you fuse into a 7-star to help with that STMR, I do believe it gives it 50% on the first go. The first one you put in 50%. Boom. 50% to the STMR, and it pops out a 50% TMR Moogle. I know this is a lot of information to take in, but that's for normal TMRs that you can use. We'll get into that in details later. Another thing I want to mention, I know I'm mentioning a lot, I'm just trying to help the people who don't know, is that the units that are 7-starred always get a special little trait or a special ability when they have their normal TMR equipped. So, for example, Tidus with Brotherhood, Lightning with her Scarf, it's going to give them a little ability. So that's why it's important to maybe look into those TMRs, look into those abilities before you start fusing, and understand if you really need to farm that TMR out or save it for later. And then finally, they announced the new Fan Festa coming. It's coming to LA. I don't know if you guys are, used to where TwitchCon is, but it's in the same area where TwitchCon was last year. December 2018, they're only running one, but it's a 2-day event. And they said it's going to be pay to win, babe. That's what I said on stream. Pay to win. You're going to have to pay to get into this one. You're going to have to buy tickets. But it's a 2-day event. They said they're going to have a lot more activities. It's not just going to be a stage show where you guys have to sit out and stand there like without chairs. I'm hoping they have chairs this time. Please have chairs for you guys. But yeah, and so it's going to be big. You guys can check out the official website. I'll leave it in the link below. They actually have an official website for FanFesta there, so you guys can get a hold of that. And when they release maybe ticket sales or something, they'll announce on the social medias, etc. So overall, they announced a lot of stuff. At the beginning, guys, I cannot stress this enough. You guys back and go rewatch that. I'm not going to say lame, but it was just re-establishing what we already knew, and then also kind of boosting up the games that they're collabing with. Things we missed out on that we wish would have been there. Near collab, obviously, but that's going to come. They said that's going to come. The next one is unit of choice tickets. And I know everybody wanted unit of choice tickets. I do not think we're getting them here, but apparently in the King Mog, in coming King Mog quests and things like that, events, there are going to be unit of tickets in there. And every King Mog event, you can get up to 2 unit of ticket, we'll call them shards, but they're tickets. And you need 10 to select a unit of choice. And unit of choice means you can pick any unit in the game that you want. I think besides limited units. So hopefully we get that. I don't know if Global will get it, but I just wanted to mention that too. Overall, it was super. I'm exhausted, man. I've made like 4 videos today, streamed, but it's been so much fun. It's been amazing. They also mentioned that the Dragon Quest and Just Cause 3 people will be getting 7 stars when they, when the 7 stars comes out. So it's very important because they're limited time, so make sure you are aware of that. I do believe eventually limited time units have a different way, so you don't have to have an exact dupe to make it a 7-star, and JP, I think they talked about that. But again, we'll get into all that when it comes out, but Rico Rodriguez, 7-star rocket launcher, badass. Probably going to be #1 meta-changing, shifting piece of shit. You know how they do. Anyway, so I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this video. I hope you had a lot of fun with E3 and are excited about the changes to come. They did say that 3.0 will be coming mid-July. All those 3.0 changes, those quality of life changes will be coming mid-July. So I'm hoping, excited for that. June? We're in the middle of June right now, so come on, July. We want you. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel about all this stuff. And if you're super poggers about it. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.